Hello everyone. Normally I only post art on my channels, but today I'm posting a little bit of a travel vlog for a trip to the Amazon. My wife and I took a trip to Peru. First week we were down there, we were at ayahuasca ceremonies, and the second week we were in the Amazon Rainforest in Puerto Maldonado. It's a pretty cool city. We didn't get to see a bunch of it, but we took a 45-minute drive through it on the way to Jungle Pro Tours. And that's the company we went with, and it got us on a riverboat. We drove down the river, the Tampapata River, for about 45 minutes until we actually got to our place where we would be staying for the next 3-4 days. I can't say enough good things about it. The facility was great, the food was great, the staff was great, and we had a lot of fun. We had another couple with us there from Mumbai. That was pretty cool. We did some tours on the rivers and boats, and oh my god, the paddles for those canoes weighed like 100 pounds each. It was like really thick hardwood, so it was a workout. But the trip overall was really cool. We got to see a lot of creatures, tons and tons of insects, which I'm all here for. Ever since I was a kid, I've loved catching and finding insects or capturing photos of them, and we saw a ton. And I actually had on a full bug net suit plus a long sleeve shirt, and I still got ate up. But it was just a small sacrifice of flesh to the gods of the Amazon. Fun fact, you can actually find holes with tarantulas in them and fish them out, and you can feel them bite the little stick and tug on it as you're pulling them. So add Amazonian spider fishing to your list of things to do in Peru. We also did some real fishing on the lake, and we caught some yellow-bellied piranha, really tight in piranha. They're not as big as the red ones, and not as aggressive either. It was still fun. It was catch and release. And a lot of the places we went, we saw these leaf cutter ants, which were amazing and super industrious. You know, you just see rivers of leaves flowing over the surface of the ground. And they're taking these leaves from one tree, and they are farming mold or fungus, and that's what they eat. And you also saw a lot of bullet ants, wandering army ants, and ants that had taken over the layers of termites on trees. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see any anaconda, but we did see some black caiman, and that was basically in the same habitat as the anaconda would have been. And we also saw some white caiman back on the Tampapata River. These little guys were giant river otters, and they surprisingly sounded like dolphins. And while on this lake, we got really close to some monkeys as well. That was pretty cool. I forget what kind of monkeys these were, but all together we saw howler monkeys, capuchin monkeys, and these little dudes. I forget what they're called. There's a troop of like 40 of them just hanging out. Mostly we saw a lot of bugs though. On our second and third day of the trip, we took a boat ride. We had to wake up at like 3:30 in the morning, and the boat ride was like 2 hours or something like that to get to the place where all the parrots come daily to consume minerals from the side of a rock face. And you have blue macaws, red macaws, other types of parrots that I don't know the names of, but it was really cool. I got this cool slow motion shot of them all fleeing the sight of a hawk. We were lucky enough to have a tour guide that had a telescope with a cell phone attachment, so we got some really good close-up shots of the birds that I was not expecting to get otherwise. The Amazon Rainforest was a wonderful place to come after having spent a week at an ayahuasca retreat. It was a supplemental, reinforcing perspective on the nature of what life really is. And it was a good reminder that deep down, we as human animals all abide by the law of the jungle. And if you can tolerate a few bug bites, I highly recommend that you go see it for yourself.